Intimacy between the husband and wife is one of the characteristics of a healthy marriage. There is no age limit on the enjoyment of sex. It keeps getting better. Sex is perfectly natural. It's something that's pleasurable. It's enjoyable, and it enhances a relationship. So why don't we learn as much as we can about it and become comfortable with ourselves as sexual human beings, because we are all sexual. Sex is not marriage, but sex is part of marriage. That's why the marriage bed is usually a pretty accurate picture of what else is going on in the marriage. We are not here together just to make children, Elizabeth. What we are going to do is sanctified by marriage. It's an act of love. Not merely of the flesh, but of the mind and even the soul. There's nothing about it you shouldn't welcome. Passionate sex is great. A passionate marriage filled with passionate sex, so much better. Getting married is easy, having sex is easier, but finding someone who can stimulate your mind and make love to your soul, this is rare. The main problem in marriage is that for a man, sex is a hunger like eating. If the man is hungry and can't get to a fancy French restaurant, he goes to a hot dog stand. For a woman, what is important is love and romance. There is a correlation between the number of days since a man last had sex and the number of things that he is willing to do for a woman. Done well, marital sexuality can be a supremely healing experience. Sex lies at the root of life, and we can never learn to reverence life until we know how to understand sex. We don't ask when people age out of singing or eating ice cream, why would we stop making love? Sex without love is as hollow and ridiculous as love without sex. Love is an ice cream sundae with all the marvelous coverings. Sex is the cherry on top. When sex involves all the senses intensely, it can be like a mystical experience. And yet, another moral occurs to me now. Make love when you can. It's good for you. Sex is about the quality of your entire love life, not the intricate alignment of your bodies. Billions of people have had sex. I don't know how many have actually made love. Sex without love is merely healthy exercise. I'm not saying renounce sex. I'm saying transform it. It need not remain just biological. Bring some spirituality to it. While making love, meditate too. While making love, be prayerful. Love should not just be a physical act. Pour your soul into it. To have her here in bed with me, breathing on me, her hair in my mouth, I count that something of a miracle. The physical can be awfully fun, but if we see sex only in the physical realm, we miss out on the potential sex has. We degrade it to be far less than it was created to be. Everything in this world is about sex except sex. Sex is about power. We are all born sexual creatures, thank God, but it's a pity so many people despise and crush this natural gift. Tell me what a person finds sexually attractive, and I will tell you their entire philosophy of life. Sex is an emotion in motion. Sex is always about emotions. Good sex is about free emotions. Bad sex is about blocked emotions. The sexual embrace can be only compared with music and with prayer. Sex is as important as eating or drinking, and we ought to allow the one appetite to be satisfied with as little restraint or false modesty as the other. In my sex fantasy, nobody ever loves me for my mind. I have no objection to anyone's sex life as long as they don't practice it in the street and frighten the horses. An intellectual is a person who's found one thing that's more interesting than sex. Sex is about anticipation, not culmination. I had a feeling that Pandora's box contained the mysteries of women's sensuality, so different from a man's, and for which man's language was so inadequate. The language of sex had yet to be invented. The language of the senses was yet to be explored. Everybody says sex is obscene. The only true obscenity is war. Sex is the driving force on the planet. We should embrace it, not see it as the enemy. Physics is like sex, sure. It may give some practical results, but that's not why we do it. Sex, the thing that takes up the least amount of time and causes the most amount of trouble. If you don't laugh during sex at least once, you're having sex with the wrong person. No woman gets an orgasm from shining the kitchen floor. Some things are better than sex, and some are worse, but there's nothing exactly like it. Sex and golf are the two things that you can enjoy even if you're not good at them. I believe that sex is one of the most beautiful, natural, wholesome things that money can buy. I don't have a dirty mind. I have a sexy imagination. Sex is like air. It's not important unless you aren't getting any. I'm at the age where food has taken place of sex in my life. In fact, I've just had a mirror put over my kitchen table. Sex between a man and a woman can be wonderful, provided you can get between the right man and the right woman. It isn't premarital sex if you have no intention of getting married.